Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am doing an update on my experience with the antidepressant Sertraline, which is generic for Zoloft. How long have I been on it now? So I think my last update was 2 weeks. I don't know if I did another update in between then. Maybe I did it at 6 weeks. I'm not sure. Maybe I meant to. I don't know. I haven't checked, but I've been on it for 8 weeks now. 8 weeks now? 8 weeks now. And I have to say, I've been on 25 milligrams. Is that what it is? And at first, yes, up until 7 or 8 weeks, it was like up and down roller coaster as far as, increased anxiety. I would have really good weeks, and then I would have like 3 or 4 days of like anxiety, and then that would pass. I would feel really good again, productive, motivated, energetic, happy. And then after about a week and a half, 2 weeks of that, it would go back to the anxiety would creep up on me again, and I would feel like on edge throughout the day. Like no panic attacks or anything, but just like, feeling a little bit on edge. But it's been a few weeks now, and I haven't had anything like that. And to be honest, I've been sick like the whole month of November, and I had health anxiety, so this would be something that is triggering for me, being sick, symptoms of sickness, of illness, not knowing like how bad it's gonna get. I had I did have a moment where I did have to reach out to Facebook to kind of help me reframe it and stop freaking out, but I had a stomach bug, and actually IBS is one of the things that kind of led to my chronic anxiety, because the cycle of just waking up and having to rush to the bathroom and thinking that there's something really wrong with you, and really it's just you're stressed out, you're anxious, and it's causing IBS. That is something that led to me ultimately deciding to get on an antidepressant. So having a stomach bug and having to be on the toilet and just your bowels going wild, it's an anxiety provoking thing. So yes, I did have to reach out to Facebook and be like, hey, I'm freaking out. I know I'm just sick, but like, how can I reframe this so that I'm not like freaking out thinking like I'm going to get dehydrated and die and whatever. I know. See, that's where this type of thinking, honestly, this is where therapy comes into play with the whole like anxiety recovery process, is because you need someone to help you reframe these thoughts, these automatic thoughts that happen in your mind. And you need to notice when they're happening so that you can reframe them. Otherwise, your mind just kind of runs wild and, gets you into this vicious cycle of like catastrophizing and fear and just things that are not helpful to propel you forward in life. You just get stuck in anxiety instead of being able to work through the anxiety, work through what you're anxious for. So I do recommend getting into therapy, doing the CBT, the cognitive behavioral therapy. I really have found it super beneficial. Even just listening to podcasts like the Anxiety Guy podcast, the Anxiety Coaches podcast, they similarly use reframing, and you can pick up a lot of hints of like cognitive behavioral therapy, like tips and exercises, and just listening to them helps they offer a lot of like reframing, I think, tools, tips to help you get back on track, stay focused in your mind for being able to not be so worked up about anxiety and learning how to calm down in life. And anyways, I mean, whole background on that stuff that I'll get into on another day, but I just want to say I think this is the first video that I've made that while I've been on the medication Sertraline, that I'm actually like, I had to stop myself and say, okay, you need to update because it's been a while and you said you were going to update people, so make a video and let them know how you're feeling. And the other videos, I was like really anxious and feeling like I need to have that outlet of making a video. I don't care what I look like. I don't care if my hair is brushed. I don't care like what I'm wearing. I don't care if my makeup's done. I don't care. But this time I was able to do my makeup. I was able to take a shower and brush my hair and be more intentional with this video, not coming from an anxious place, but I feel like really calm and I feel happy and I feel finally like, I don't know if you've heard people say that like Zoloft made them finally feel back to their old self. I feel like normal me, and I have goals again, and I can see where I have like gone off path with certain aspects of my life and where I want to be, and now I can work towards that, which creates, you know, healthier habits, and I have goals to work towards that get me excited to get out of bed, and I really think that it took the sertraline to help me get more out of my therapy, which has helped me to figure out my life a little bit more, because the last couple years a lot of things have happened and I just ultimately, you know, it wasn't something that happened all at once. I think it was definitely like a slow buildup that led me to this point of needing medication to help me out, and now I'm like slowly unraveling all of those things, and hopefully we'll be able to get a handle on this, come off medication in the future, and know better. Hopefully not get back to this point. But I am about 8 or 9 weeks on sertraline. I feel really good. I have not upped my dose at all, which is something that my psychiatrist had mentioned possibly doing, because it's around 6 weeks that the medication at the low dose stops working in most people, and then the anxiety can come back, yada yada. So she recommended bumping up a little bit. I did not ever pick up that prescription to bump up. I instead stayed on this because I've had like no side effects other than the anxiety, because it can cause increased anxiety. So I would say that was really my only side effect. And so I was like, I don't want to bump it up because I don't want more side effects. I'm like, I feel really good when I take this. I have energy. I feel motivated. I get a bunch done. It's just like the anxiety in between. And so I heard other people say it takes 12 weeks on one dose for full benefit. So I'm waiting it out a little bit. And at the moment, this feels good for me. And of course, I don't want to bump up if I don't need to bump up, because then that's more tapering down I'll have to do in the future. But even the anxiety that I get right now, it's helpful. I'm using it as a learning tool to see like what I still have to work on. And it's kind of like an exercise to me, learning how to still manage anxiety instead of taking a medication and all anxiety going away, and then you're never learning how to deal with that anxiety. So that's how I feel. I'm sleeping really well for the most part. I have some nights where I have a little bit of insomnia, but that's not abnormal for me, especially when it comes to hormones. I have a baby that still wakes me up throughout the night. Those are things that aren't an issue for me. really, I haven't had side effects other than the anxiety, like I said. But I really haven't had anything that felt like anxiety, medication side effect anxiety for the last couple of weeks, which has been really nice. So I think that's all I have to say. I don't know when I'm going to come off of this, but I have another appointment with my psychiatrist in December, and I'll kind of talk to her about what she thinks. I think they say once you start feeling better, stay on it for at least 4 to 6 months. So I don't plan on getting off of this until maybe mid-year 2023 or something like that. I don't know. But I think it'll probably definitely be beneficial to be on during the winter time, because that's when a lot of people get depressed anyways. And yeah, just being on it will allow me to continue creating a support system around me. I'm working on making friends right now. So that's very important for me, to get out of my house, to get out of, mom mode and just be a normal person, have fun. I'm trying to figure out my hobbies again, my podcasting, my YouTube videos, and crafting. I'm trying to do arts and crafts for something fun and leisurely and creative. I haven't been walking because I've been sick, and it's like right now it's like virus after virus after virus. Me and my family have been sick for like a month. It's been ridiculous. But even, like I said, even through being sick, I said I had the stomach bug I didn't mention. I've had COVID this last week, which was super triggering for me last year that I had it, and like kick-started my anxiety. And this time around, you're sick and then you're getting better, but I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna just swab myself just for the heck of it, because I've had these body aches that aren't getting better, even though I should be getting better. And sure enough, it's COVID. And even though I was feeling not horrible, just achy, as soon as that positive came back, it was like a head trip. Like, what if I get really sick? Like, what if, like, all these what ifs came flooding over me, and I started like feeling an anxiety attack coming on. But you just have to remind yourself that right now in this moment you are doing okay, and all you can do is take each moment as they come. And you can't future trip, you can't worry about what if, you can't do all that stuff. All you can do is take care of yourself right now in the moment and take it day by day. That's all you can do, really. And know that in the event that you do need help in an emergency, that's why they have hospitals, and that's why they have doctors, and that's why they have pharmacies, and that's why they have all of these things, because things do happen, but there are people there to help you, and there are tools to help you. But right now, you're okay, and you don't have to worry about what if you get pneumonia. Do you have pneumonia right now? No, you feel better, so it's just a cold, you just have sniffles. Focus on that. So that's what I've been telling myself, and yes, that's my update. I'm not going to make it much longer because I have my therapy session next. If you have any questions, though, feel free and leave a comment. I'll try to get back to it as I see them. But yes, so far so good. This medication seems to be helping me, and so is the therapy. So medication and therapy together has been super good for me. And that's all. Thanks for watching.